trunks trimmed in blue. He weighed officially 143 and 1/4 pounds. In 25 professional bouts, this superstar holds a record of 24 victories, just 1 defeat, 20 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the former WBC interim lightweight world champion. He is the fighting pride of Victorville, California, presenting King Ryan Garcia.
Ryan Garcia's return to the ring was nothing short of a blockbuster moment, marked by drama, intensity, and a triumph that left the world buzzing. After a year-long ban following his controversial victory over Devin Haney on April 20th, which many debated was tainted by a questionable decision, Garcia stepped back into the spotlight. The highly anticipated exhibition fight against former kickboxing champion Rukiya Anpo wasn't just a bout, it was a spectacle. Held at the world-renowned Saitama Super Arena in Tokyo, Japan, the event drew a global audience, eager to witness whether Garcia still had the fire that once made him a boxing sensation. The lead-up to the fight was steeped in tension and drama. Months before the bout, the animosity between the two fighters began to boil over. During the fiery December 30th press conference, which was broadcast live worldwide on fanmio PPV for $49.99, Garcia's frustration and anger were palpable. He did not hold back, targeting Anpo with scathing remarks. "Let me be clear," Garcia said, his voice sharp and unwavering. "This guy tried to knock out a legend, Manny Pacquiao, and he thinks he can share the ring with me? That pisses me off. I'm here to teach him a lesson and show the world what real boxing looks like. Forget his size, skill, speed, and power will win this fight, and I'll knock him out in front of the world." The tension in the room was electric, with media outlets buzzing about Garcia's pointed words. However, Rukiya Anpo, a fighter known for his composure, maintained his cool, until he didn't. After enduring several jabs from Garcia, Anpo fired back, reading from prepared notes with a measured tone. "Ryan talks a lot about being a king, but he lacks honor and respect," Anpo began. "In Japan, we fight for legacy, not fame. He's forgotten what this sport is truly about. I'll bring the samurai spirit to the ring and show him his arrogance will be his downfall. Mark my words, the king will fall." As fight night approached, the buzz surrounding the event grew louder. Social media platforms lit up with debates, predictions, and even memes. While some fans doubted the relevance of the fight, given Garcia's suspension and Anpo's lack of boxing accolades, the narrative quickly shifted. As promotional footage of both fighters' intense training regimens emerged, it became clear that this fight was far more than an exhibition. The Saitama Super Arena was a cauldron of energy on fight night, a living testament to the global appeal of boxing. The arena, known for hosting some of the biggest sporting events and concerts in Japan, was a sea of anticipation and excitement. Tickets had sold out weeks in advance, with fans from all corners of the globe descending on Tokyo to witness the much-hyped showdown. From die-hard boxing enthusiasts to casual fans curious about the blend of styles between a former kickboxing champion and one of boxing's most charismatic stars, the crowd was as diverse as it was energetic. As the lights dimmed and the opening strains of traditional Japanese music echoed through the arena, the audience fell silent in awe. A spotlight illuminated the entrance as Rukiya Anpo began his walkout. His presence was commanding, and every detail of his entrance was carefully curated to showcase his cultural roots and fighting spirit. Accompanied by the thunderous rhythm of taiko drummers, their beats resonating deep within the chests of those in attendance, Anpo's walkout was a powerful display of pride and tradition. Clad in his signature black and red attire, embroidered with intricate patterns that symbolized strength and resilience, Anpo exuded a quiet yet palpable intensity. His stoic expression and piercing gaze revealed a man utterly focused on the task ahead. The crowd, already swept up in the dramatic spectacle, erupted into cheers as he paused midway to bow deeply, a gesture of respect to both the audience and his opponent. It was a moment that perfectly encapsulated Anpo's samurai-like discipline and his deep connection to his heritage. As Anpo stepped into the ring, his movements were deliberate and precise, reflecting the years of training and discipline that had brought him to this moment. He shadowboxed briefly, testing the ropes and the canvas, before retreating to his corner, where he closed his eyes momentarily as if summoning inner strength. Then came a stark contrast. the arena lights switched to a kaleidoscope of vibrant colors, and the lively tune of La Bamba by Richie Valens filled the air, sparking an immediate roar from the crowd. Ryan Garcia's entrance was nothing short of theatrical. Emerging from the tunnel draped in traditional Mexican attire, adorned with dazzling embroidery in gold and green, Garcia was the embodiment of youthful confidence and flair. His entourage, a lively group that included trainers, family, and close friends, hyped up the crowd with their animated gestures and shouts of encouragement. Garcia's charisma was magnetic. He waved to fans, smiled brightly, and even paused to take selfies with some lucky spectators near the barricades. It was a masterclass in showmanship, a reminder of why he was one of the sport's most marketable stars. As Garcia made his way to the ring, the Mexican and Japanese flags were prominently displayed on the big screens, symbolizing the unity of cultures and the global nature of this event. The cheers of his supporters merged with the lingering chants for Anpo, creating an electric atmosphere that was nothing short of spine-tingling. When Garcia finally climbed into the ring, he turned to each corner, raising his arms triumphantly as if to soak in the adulation of the crowd. The response was deafening, an ear-splitting crescendo of cheers, applause, and chants. He smiled broadly, his youthful exuberance radiating through the arena, and pounded his chest lightly as if to say, "This is my moment." The contrast between the two fighters was impossible to ignore. On one side stood Anpo, the epitome of disciplined intensity. His sharp, focused movements and stoic demeanor were a testament to his meticulous preparation and his commitment to the fight. On the other side was Garcia, brimming with magnetic swagger and unshakable confidence, his every move designed to draw in the crowd and showcase his star power. The atmosphere in the arena reached a fever pitch as the two fighters stood in their respective corners, awaiting the opening bell. The blend of cultures, personalities, and fighting styles promised an unforgettable spectacle, and the crowd could feel it. The stage was set, the players were ready, and the world was about to witness a showdown for the ages. As the opening bell rang, the tension in the Saitama Super Arena became almost unbearable, thick and palpable like the air before a thunderstorm. Both fighters moved to the center of the ring with the deliberate pacing of predators sizing each other up, their eyes locked in an intense stare-down that seemed to freeze time, a silent exchange of willpower and strategy before a single punch was thrown. Ryan Garcia, celebrated for his lightning-fast hands and impeccable timing, began the fight with a cautious approach. He circled the ring with fluid, almost feline movements, his footwork graceful yet calculated. His eyes, sharp and focused, scanned Anpo for even the smallest tell, a drop of the shoulder, a shift in weight, that could reveal an opening. His gloves remained high, his stance loose but ready, like a coiled spring waiting to explode. Rukiya Anpo, on the other hand, stood his ground like a fortress. His high guard was impenetrable, his posture balanced and commanding. With every step forward, Anpo exuded confidence, his body language suggesting he was in no rush. He began to establish his jab, a crisp, snapping weapon honed by years of kickboxing. Each jab was precise, landing with a sharp pop that echoed through the arena. Designed to disrupt Garcia's rhythm and keep him at bay, these early strikes were a masterclass in control and distance management. The crowd was electric, responding to even the faintest exchanges with cheers and gasps. Every feint, jab, and defensive maneuver was met with thunderous applause, a testament to the high stakes and the magnetic presence of both fighters. As the second round unfolded, the temperature inside the arena seemed to rise. Garcia, after listening intently to his corner's advice, shifted gears. He began to close the distance, his movements more assertive. His jab, which had been tentative in the opening round, now snapped out with purpose, followed by swift, fluid combinations. He used his superior reach to his advantage, keeping Anpo on the back foot and gradually dictating the pace of the fight. Midway through the round, Garcia delivered a sharp 1-2 combination that slipped through Anpo's guard, the right cross landing cleanly on his cheekbone. The impact was audible, a crisp thud that drew a collective gasp from the crowd. Anpo staggered momentarily, his balance disrupted, and Garcia seized the opportunity. He moved in with the precision of a surgeon, targeting Anpo's body with a thunderous left hook to the ribs. The sound of leather meeting flesh was visceral, eliciting audible gasps from the audience as Anpo stepped back to recover. But Anpo was far from finished. As the seconds ticked away, he displayed the kind of poise under pressure that only years of combat experience can cultivate. Despite the onslaught, his expression remained unreadable, his eyes calm and calculating. With Garcia pressing forward, Anpo adjusted his strategy. He began to counter, using Garcia's aggression against him. A particularly sharp right cross from Anpo grazed Garcia's jaw, momentarily halting his advance and drawing a cheer from his supporters. Anpo followed up with a combination of hooks to the body and short uppercuts, each punch thrown with precision and purpose. The Japanese fighter's ability to remain composed and adapt under duress was remarkable, and it became clear that Garcia would not have an easy path to victory. The crowd was on the edge of their seats, the energy inside the arena reaching a fever pitch. The clash of styles, Garcia's explosive speed and range versus Anpo's calculated counters and disciplined footwork, was a spectacle to behold. Every exchange was a chess match played at lightning speed, with both fighters testing not only their physical limits but their mental resilience as well. As the round came to a close, the tension only grew. Neither fighter had a decisive advantage yet, but the momentum shifted back and forth like waves crashing against a rocky shore. The battle was just beginning, and the audience knew they were witnessing something special, a clash of titans, each determined to leave their mark on the sport. As the championship rounds loomed, the tension reached a boiling point. Anpo, battered but unbroken, stood defiant, his guard high and his resolve unwavering. Across the ring, Ryan Garcia's confidence had surged. He could sense the tide turning, the culmination of his relentless pace and pinpoint accuracy wearing down the resilient Anpo. Garcia unleashed a blistering combination, a symphony of punches that echoed through the arena like rolling thunder. Each strike was delivered with precision, his gloves slicing through the air with deadly intent. Anpo's defenses began to falter under the sheer volume of Garcia's assault. A right uppercut snuck through his guard, snapping his head back, followed by a sharp jab that disrupted his balance. Then came the moment of truth. With a sudden burst of speed and power, Garcia delivered his signature left hook, a thunderous shot that connected flush on Anpo's jaw. The impact reverberated like a cannon blast, sending Anpo crashing to the canvas. Time seemed to freeze as the crowd collectively gasped, their cheers momentarily muted by the sheer magnitude of the knockdown. The referee immediately stepped in, beginning the count as the arena erupted into chaos. Fans were on their feet, some screaming in exhilaration, others urging Anpo to rise. The Japanese fighter, ever the warrior, attempted to push himself up, his face etched with determination. But his legs betrayed him, trembling under the weight of exhaustion and the devastating blow he had just endured. At the count of 10, the referee waved off the fight, signaling the end. Ryan Garcia was declared the winner by a spectacular knockout, and the arena exploded in celebration. It was a victory that showcased not only Garcia's raw talent but also his unrelenting drive to cement his place among boxing's elite. The aftermath was a whirlwind of emotion and spectacle. Garcia, overcome with joy, climbed the ropes and threw his arms wide, basking in the adoration of the crowd. The lights of countless phone cameras illuminated the ring, capturing the triumphant moment as fans chanted his name. His smile, a mix of relief and pride, told the story of a man who had not only won a fight but silenced his critics. On the opposite side of the ring, Anpo sat on a stool, flanked by his team. His face bore the marks of battle, but his expression was one of quiet dignity. As the ring announcer formally declared Garcia the victor, Anpo rose to his feet, receiving a standing ovation from the appreciative crowd. His performance, though not victorious, was a testament to his courage and fighting spirit. In the post-fight interview, Garcia's emotions spilled over. "This win means the world to me," he said, his voice steady but filled with passion. "After everything I've been through, doubts, setbacks, personal struggles, tonight was about proving my worth. Anpo is a true warrior, and I respect him deeply, but I knew I had to show my skills, my heart, and my determination. I'm back, and I'm ready for whatever comes next." Anpo, ever gracious in defeat, addressed the crowd with equal respect. "Tonight wasn't my night," he admitted, his voice tinged with both disappointment and resolve. "But this isn't the end. I'll learn from this, grow from this, and come back stronger. Ryan was the better man tonight, and I congratulate him. But mark my words, I'll return." As the fighters exited the ring, the buzz among fans and analysts was palpable. The night had been a spectacle of skill, heart, and drama, but the question on everyone's mind was, what's next? For Ryan Garcia, this victory marked a triumphant return to form after a period of uncertainty. With his suspension nearing its end, speculation is already rife about his next move. Will he dive back into the shark tank of boxing's elite, challenging the likes of Gervonta Davis, Devin Haney, or Shakur Stevenson? Or was this exhibition a precursor to a new chapter, perhaps venturing into new weight classes or even crossover bouts with MMA stars? As for Anpo, his performance, though ending in defeat, solidified his reputation as a warrior. His grit and determination earned him the respect of fans worldwide, and there's little doubt he will return with renewed vigor. his journey back to the top will be one of redemption, and his supporters are already rallying behind him. One thing is certain, the stories of Ryan Garcia and Rukiya Anpo are far from over. For Garcia, this was more than a win, it was a declaration that he's ready to reclaim his place among boxing's best. For Anpo, it was a promise to rise again, stronger and more determined than ever. As the dust settles, the boxing world waits with bated breath to see what the future holds for these two warriors. For more explosive boxing news, insights, and updates, subscribe to Boxing Is Here. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay on top of the latest moments in the boxing world. See you in the next video. Peace out.